Morning guys, hope you're having a good Thursday. Right, so where do I start? Right, so before I go into today's video, I'm just going to give you may have heard me mention it before, but I haven't gone into detail of it. This is on one of my 4 Kias I owned. All of them had very minimal faults, up to 100,000 miles. In fact, my last Kia Carriage, which was a 2015 model, had 2 faults. It was a diesel fuel sensor, which was about £6, and the other one was an unusual issue with the dashboard. Basically, my speedo would read like, say, the speed limit, and then it would drop off and then go back up again. So it was like fluctuating all the time. Don't know what all that was about, but anyway, it's all electronically controlled. And basically, Kia UK had to special order the part from Korea that took about 5 weeks to come. I mean, it was drivable. You could see your speed limit, it'd drop off and then it'd go back up again. It was really weird. Obviously, I mean, if you're driving down the road and it dropped off a lot period of time, I mean, you can use GPS speedo, so you can still gauge your speed, so it's not like the be all and end all. Anyway, so after the part arrived, before the part arrived, I actually got phone calls and emails from Kia UK's customer service at every point. There was actually a lady, I'm going to give her a big thumbs up, her name was India. Absolutely phenomenal. And if you've got a Kia car, or like now, or you're looking at this in the future, and you actually get to deal with this, yeah, she sounded quite young. Absolutely phenomenal customer service agent, absolutely amazing. Anyway, cut a long story short, once I had the car actually repaired, Kia UK or India rang me and said to me they're going to give me a £300 kind of like gift card that I could use, obviously, in the Kia dealerships. You could use it for servicing, parts, or even towards another car. And it was a nice little gesture, and I actually used it. It was brilliant. Anyway, so that's just one fault. Well, 2 faults, but I mean, the dashboard fault was actually quite far into the life of the car. I think it was just about 6 months for us to get rid of it. The first one was relatively early in the life of the car. Anyway, so basically that was how you deal with customer services. That was one, well, let's say 2 faults, let's be honest, right? But the main one was about the dashboard, because it took so long to get the part. Anyway, fast forward to present day and my 2018 Nissan Leaf, which, you know, the amount of faults I've had on this car. I think the total amount of faults I've got in this car, including the ones that have actually been repaired already, which was the creaking window, which they said they didn't do nothing about, but it miraculously could. It's now creaking again, by the way. My power folding mirrors, my driver's seat foam was replaced, and the hub nuts were re-torqued. You've now got the, I can't remember, I'm driving, so I'm trying to remember. You'd think I'd know this off by heart, but basically you've got the 3 sensors, parking sensors go off in traffic. You've got the orange light that comes up for the Pro Pilot, and the I think that's to do with the cruise control as well, still comes up. And you've also got the oh, there's a Leaf, I'm just going to flash him. And you also got the headlamp sensor, right? That's 3. Then you've got the snapping noise on the back, that's 4. The creaking noise on the steering is 5. The ultralight steering that's very broken as you go over broken bitumen is 6. You've also got the obviously the drive shaft issue on the front, that's 7. You've also got the mottling noise on the front, which is 8. What other ones have I forget? Sorry, my head's gone. Anyway, you've obviously know I've got a lot of faults in the car. Oh, the creaking rear suspension as well is the other one. I'm forgetting one. Anyway, so let's say I've got 9 at the moment. And so with all of that in mind, and they're still outstanding, and the way that I've actually been dealt with by Nissan UK, you would think the conversation I'm about to tell you about that I actually had with Nissan UK yesterday, you'd think, thank God they finally seen the light, George. They're actually going to take you out of this car and they're going to put you into an X-Demo or something, or worst case, they'll put you into an X-Demo Leaf and they'll say, you know, we can't give you a new car, but we'll take your battery pack off your car and transfer it onto a newer vehicle. So then I'd be happy with that, guys. Seriously, don't expect you to give me a new battery. quite happy with this one. Yeah, it's proving very, very durable. I haven't got a problem with that. So effectively, they just give me the top part of the car, right? So, no, you can't make this up, right? Nissan representative rings BS. I'm not going to mention any names. Bottom line is, because I appreciate they're probably just handed down information by their superiors in management, right? So, get a phone call, and basically it runs like this. Hi, you know, George, appreciate you've had all of the problems. And I said, well, I've still got outstanding faults in the car. Yeah, we appreciate all of that. We noticed you got a service due in the next couple of months. I went, yeah. I said, you know, that's fine. And said, we're prepared to give you a discount on your service. This is me being quiet for a reason, because instead of me, I don't know, going on a rant, I'm just gonna be calm. It's fine, Nissan. Just offer me a discount. I actually didn't get to ask her what level of discount they was actually going to give me on the service, but Nissan UK, because of your fantastic, epic, crap build quality, I've lost an equivalent in services. I've lost 3.5 weeks so far. I've been off the road. It's probably more than that, actually, but I forgot, because I'm not including the seat base. But basically, I've actually lost an equivalent of about 20 services. 20 full services at main dealer prices on this car. And you're offering me a discount. Kia UK gave me an equivalent of 2 full services on this car for 1 fault. I've had 14 faults on this car, 15 actually, 10 of which are still outstanding, and you offer me a discount. Did you hear that? Right? That's the EBD coming in. I'm glad that caught that on camera, because this is going off a lot. I mean, I can't really mount the camera, as I've said before, so I've got a 1/4 inch mount. I wish I had a GoPro, because I could just get a suction mount and leave it behind me on the window, and you could actually see it. Yeah? That was the EBD kicking in, because the sensors are garbage. There was nothing in front of me. You see I'm driving down the road. Anyway, yeah, so basically I get a discount, but I didn't actually ask what level of discount. Maybe, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I was actually so raged with the fact that they'd offered me something so pitiful that on the phone, because I'm quite a placid person, I like to think I'm quite, you know, easygoing, and what I wanted to say to the representative, obviously I didn't, I won't, afterwards I actually was really, really annoyed. But anyway, that's the extent of them actually in terms of compensation. So if you probably have 1 fault or 2 faults or 3 faults or 4 faults, maybe even 5, don't expect nothing. 15 faults and I get a discount on a service. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And that's where we are. Oh, by the way, on an end note, RCI Finance haven't come back to me, and I'm not chasing them. Yeah, they've got another 3 weeks to get all of the faults on this car forcibly sorted out. After that, I'm going to the financial ombudsman, and after that, it's the courts. And by the way, guys, this is not my first rodeo in regards to cars, because a lot of people have said, oh, you know, you're potentially going to be, you know, looking at 5-10 years. I've done it. I've done it with a car back in the mid-80s. The car was mothballed for 10 years, and payment was stopped, and that was enforced by the judge. And basically, the car sat in a garage where basically you had loads of rubbish thrown all over it. And after 10 years, it was awarded back to me. And yeah, so, and I've had another one as well. So I know what's involved. So, and I'm prepared for the fight. Trust me. The amount of evidence I've got is scary, and there isn't a judge in the country that is basically not gonna, you know, laugh Nissan out of court. It's hilariously bad. And by the way, guys, I've actually, like I mentioned in the other video, I've actually time-stamped everything as well. So I've got all of that, short little clips ready if we do have to go to court. So the judge hasn't got to look through all of my channel, like all my videos. I've done exactly the same. I spent 5 hours doing that, by the way. It took me that length of time to go all the way through my back catalogue and literally get all of the faults. I time-stamped them all for, it was primarily for RCI Finance to actually go through and actually have a look at all the faults. And going by the pointless letter I got from RCI Finance about the seat foam and the drop hub nuts and the other thing, faults that are actually being done, not the work that's outstanding, leads me to believe that RCI Finance don't give a monkeys as well. So basically, I can see the way this is going. Bring it on. Bring it on, RCI Finance, and bring it on Nissan UK, because I'm here for the long haul. And I tell you what, you can go as far as you want. The faults in this car are still outstanding, and you're legally, I'm legally entitled to actually have all of these faults, thank you, done. And I'm not going to be treated as a guinea pig. Yeah. The next time this car goes in, when it goes in next week, I'll explain to the dealership, you know, they've got literally the limited amount of time. I'm not going to have no more downtime. The other thing, I'm actually going to ring the dealership today and actually ask them, I do not want an internal combustion engine vehicle to drive home in anymore. I purchased this car, a BEV, for a reason, yeah? Not just for cost savings, obviously towards the environment as well. And not only is it costing me more money, it's cost me money in actual petrol, yeah? So I want a BEV to drive home with, and if they can't provide me one from the dealer group, then I'll ring Nissan UK and I'll say, Nissan UK, you get a car delivered. They must have pool cars within their compound I could use to actually drive home and come back in. I don't want to have any more costs, and it's costing me enough money as it is. So now I've got to pay out for fuel as well. You can't make this up. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good day, and I'll catch up with you on the next one. Bye for now.